Hello YouTube. Yes, this here is another video on another game franchise that has to live on it. I mean, this game has to continue here. And the game you're looking at here is Left4Dead and Left4Dead 2. This must continue here. And it has to continue on this PlayStation 4 system here. I mean, you're looking at an 8-core, 8 gigs of RAM, GDR5 system here. Son. Complete power. This game on that system, okay, let's talk about 8 gigs of RAM. That means you can do much more. I just heard 7 gigs is dedicated to gameplay. So that means you can do a lot with 7 gigs. You know how many enemies on the screen at once can be coming at you with 7 gigs of RAM behind it? I mean, this game has tons of, and not just zombies. You're running from other enemies. You got hunters, you got spitters, you got the witch, you got the jockeys, and not only that, you got the tank. It gets to the point now, you're not even shooting. You running for your life. This here is one of the greatest survival horror, zombie apocalypse games I have ever played. This company here, when it comes, Valve, when it comes to making games, they are very serious. They just introduced themselves to me by this game. Valve. After playing this game, I was like, let me check out their other titles. I finally played Half-Life 2. Blown away. Blown away. That's another video though, but it was spectacular. That's another must-have game on the PlayStation 4 that has to come out. A Half-Life 3 must come out for that PlayStation 4. That's another video. I'm not going to get into that. Back to the Left4Dead. Yeah. Left4Dead series. It has to continue. Why? Because you are much different than the other zombie apocalypse game. You're just much more intense. A better survival horror. I mean, you absolutely running. No more shooting. You got the top of the line guns. You're running now for your life. That is a good survival horror game. Other games, zombie games, I'm not going to talk bad about those other games because I don't do that. It's just that this is a little bit more serious when it comes to survival horror. I mean, the music change. That tank is coming at you. The music change. Your mood changes. All of a sudden, he's coming after you. Every other teammate long down the road, he's coming after you. I am scared out of my mind. No other game does that. I'm completely scared out of my mind. I'm shaking with the controller. This is another series that it just has to happen for the PlayStation 4 because that system is entirely too powerful for the next Left4Dead series not to be on that system. Valve, this video is directly for you, Valve. I didn't make this for YouTube. This video is for you. If you like money, then the next Left4Dead should be absolutely perfect. I mean, just completely flawless. You have 8 gigs of RAM to work with. That means you're going to have entirely much more zombies, much more things happening at once. Not no 20 zombies on the screen. 8 gigs of RAM, you're going to have about, 200 zombies with the other enemies, tanks, spitters, hunters, coming at you all at once. It's going to get to the point where we're running now. We're hiding in buildings. Because that zombie apocalypse is just too strong. That's what we want to see. If we see something like that, Valve, you might just jump to the top of the list of greatest games of all times. Because I can see that happening. If that happens, you have just generated more noobs, more fans. Because people are going to advertise your game. They're going to talk about that game for you. You don't have to do commercials. People are going to be you got to go get this game, Left 4 Dead 3, because this shit is absolutely blowing my mind. I was with some friends. We were up there screaming in a building, locked the doors, because the apocalypse, it was just too many zombies coming at us at once. That's the idea of these games now. And your next Left 4 Dead, it should have character customization. What I mean by that is you creating your own character. By doing that, that character represents you. Not no set characters. All games should be you create your own character. Because that represents you. Every time you log on, oh yeah, I know him. That's the same character. Yeah, that's Tom. I know Tom. Look at him. His hair was always like that. His face always looked like that. Creating your own character is much more realistic. That right there, it will absolutely blow my. It has to happen for your next Left 4 Dead 3. If we see that on this PlayStation 4 here, a tank, not just one tank. Can you imagine with that 8 gigs of RAM, you have about what, 8 tanks coming at you at once? What are you gonna do? It's time to stop shooting people. You don't no longer shoot. The guns is not gonna help. You got two feet. Be on your good foot. Get on your best foot and run. That's a true game there. But your weapons are not good enough. It's just overwhelmed. I would love to see that in the next Left 4 Dead, because other zombie apocalypse games, they just don't compare to what you have brought to the table here with this Left 4 Dead series. Yes, yeah, I like, when I'm making videos, I like to point the camera directly at the work, at the titles, because that's what the main goal is. Now you don't have to see my face, because it's not about me. It's about the games. Now, Left 4 Dead, you must have a huge lobby system where you can invite people to your party, and go on like a survival mission, like go on a special mission where you gotta rescue someone and bring it back to the lobby, or bring it back to your room, or something like that. Or retreat, or evacuation, or something like that. Please make it the point where you can customize and create your own character, and you can build your own character. Put some role-playing elements in it. Because this is where we're going with these next generation consoles. These consoles are entirely too powerful for you to make set characters that's already programmed for the game. Make it where you can already make your character. Make it where you can build up his defense. You can improve his fire rate and weapons and guns and stuff like that. Improve his attack abilities. Also, put a buff system where you can increase the buff ability. Role-playing elements in your game is much more realistic like that. I mean, this is where we're going, Valve. This video is for you. Please watch this entire video. Because this game right here is going to be your meal ticket here. If players see this game on that coming out for the PlayStation 4, even for the Xbox too, I'm not an Xbox hater, but if this comes out for the PlayStation 4, you are guaranteed money in the bank. You know where people are going to start donating money to your account. You know what? You might as well just put your bank account in the back of the game. Put your account there so we can just deposit money every week into your account for the next Left 4 Dead. Because it's getting to that point. It's getting very serious for these titles here. We have midnight launches almost all the time now. People outside from 12 in the morning wait until 9 in the morning for these GameStop to open. For some of these games, we are dead serious gamers. Yes, Valve, I know you can do it. You can make a game like that. A better survival horror. And don't just do 4 players. I'm sure the PS4 is powerful enough. You can have 8 players on the same survival. We all helping each other. We all getting together to support each other. a 8-player type of survival horror. You running around, there's no more, yeah, you're going to shoot the zombies. But when it comes down to the real enemies, a weapon's not good enough. You gotta be on your good foot. Your best shoes. Yo, put on your best sneakers. These are my sneakers. We're going to go with these. Yes, stuff like that. You want item drops, too. Customization. You can customize weapons. Put different things on your weapons. Stuff like that. Now, when you first start the game, you don't want to start with the top of the line. You want to start with like a little handgun. And as you improve in the game, then your character, he qualifies for better weapons. He qualifies for attachments. That's more realistic like that. Now, when you're in the lobby, you're looking for a partner to select to do a mission, a real survival mission. You're going to look for that guy with the higher ranking, the better abilities. Look what this guy does. He has better what do you call it? Stability with the weapon. Where his aim is on point now. He maneuvers much better with a weapon. I want him on my side. I want to recruit him. He gives you better buffs. You want to assemble a good team. Your next Left 4 Dead, if that's in your next Left 4 Dead, because I just found out a Left 4 Dead 3 is in the works, and I'm sure you're thinking positive. I know that game has to be on the PlayStation 4. I know we can and please have the ability to customize weapons. Not just weapons, not just guns and everything, but I'm talking about grenades, customize grenades. Customize your melee weapons, like your machete, your swords, your axes, your bats and stuff. Customization. So when you run out of bullets, don't just give us limits, limit us from what we can do. Let us have fun with your game. A lot of games are like that now. They give you limits. No, that's not fun. We want to actually have fun. Let us have fun with the game. A lot of games give you limitations. Why do that? Let us level up our character so his health, his stamina, his defense, it gets stronger. Everything it gets improved. That's what we want to see in the next Left 4 Dead 3. And don't just stop at Left 4 Dead 3. Have other titles. But really focus on Left 4 Dead 3 right now. So you don't want to clutter your mind with other stuff. But Left 4 Dead 3. You are absolutely going to put tons of money in your account because you might as well just put your account number on the back of the game case and let gamers know this is your account. Okay, this is their account. We're going to start putting $1 a day in your account. Yes, we are. I am dead serious because it's getting to that point. Because when Destiny comes out, Bungie is... all I'd have to do is find out what their bank account is. And I'm going to go to friends. This is their account. We need to keep them alive. Games are much bigger than movies. There's games are $60. People don't care about the price. They want excellent gameplay. They want to have fun while they're playing the game. It's all about having fun. No limitations. High level caps. You want a high... No level 200. You want it much higher. That's what the fun is. You just keep increasing yourself. I mean, just let us have fun with your work. I mean, a full, excellent survival horror. When I played other zombie games, I'm thinking, yeah, this is fun and everything. I'm not gonna name no names, but I'm playing them. You go on vehicles, but it doesn't feel like Left 4 Dead type survival horror. Like you don't have major enemies coming after you, coming directly at you, going out of their way to come and get you. Like that tank goes out of its way. We on the roof. This shit climbed up the roof to get us. We are yelling and screaming in our house. We're yelling and screaming at the TV because the games are that serious. I actually heard other people through my mic screaming. We were scared out of our mind. That's when we first played Left 4 Dead. We were terrified. That was an excellent game. I actually told all my friends, you have to play this game here, Left 4 Dead, because that shit is absolutely spectacular. The only thing that was bad about it, it just had the set characters. I like it when you can create. Give us the ability to create our own character because it's more realistic. It's just completely realistic like that. All games need to be like that now. Character customization, weapon customization. When you as your character go up in level, he gets higher. Now he can use better weapons. He's qualified for better weapons. He used those weapons well. He won't shoot himself in the foot. His accuracy, his handling is much better now. When you do that invite, you want to invite somebody to do a mission with you because you're in that lobby. You see that guy's stats? Oh, this guy looks strong. He has some experience. He has some history. Yes. Put that in the game also where you can actually look at people's stats and see what they go through. Look at their history. Look at their experience. Wow, this guy looks good. You know what? What is this? He looks real good. And yes, put a lobby system in there. A good lobby system so we can see that. It's just realistic. And you gathering your team together. Not just a four-player mission, an 8-player mission because you've got 8 gigs of RAM in that console. That's an 8-core AMD-based console. There's no reason why you can't do this for your next Left 4 Dead. I mean, gamers like me are just entirely too serious. We go out our way. We buy serious TVs, serious receivers, speakers, just to sit down in front of our TV and play these games. And this game here might just blow all the other zombie games away because no other zombie game I have right now in my library equals this game here. This game is unmatched. Yes, Valve. This video is directly for you. If you other gamers agree with me, please subscribe and give me a comment on what you think should happen with this game because this game must live on. It has to continue, and it has to continue on this PlayStation 4. I can't say it enough. That PlayStation 4 is entirely too powerful for some of these great games not to be on it. Please subscribe and give me a comment on what you think. Please. And look at my other videos on other games that I think should come out, that has to come out. For what? You know, the PlayStation 4 system, which is an 8-core system, AMD-based, GDDR5, 8 gigs of RAM. You have to say that shit right. You don't just say 8 gigs of RAM. That shit is a GDDR5, 8 gigs of RAM. Everything else is 8 gigs of RAM. That's a GDDR5, 8 gigs of RAM. That's complete power. And 7 gigs of RAM is dedicated just for playing games. Sony is just outdone themselves when it came to designing a gaming console. That means games should just look 100% spectacular. I mean, mind-blowing. There's no limits to what you can do with your next Left 4 Dead. Like I said, it's time to start donating to these game manufacturers, game producers. Because entertainment is just out there now. This is the only way to make money now. And you're doing it much better than movies. I don't even go to the movies no more. Movies don't even entertain me no more. It's about the games because it's interacting now. Why are you interacting? Because you're with other people online. People you don't even know. I go to my friends list. I got friends in other countries, but they sound like they are across the street. I'm playing a game. I'm talking to a guy. Oh, every time you play somebody, ask them where they're from. You play with someone, ask them where they're from. You'll be amazed on where they say they're from. This guy told me, this kid actually told me he was from Turkey. I could have swore he was down the block. I could have swore. I didn't believe what he said. He was from Turkey, a different time zone. We are dedicated friends. We play different games. He messaged me to help him with other games. This is where we're going now with video games. The ability to interact with each other. And Valve, you letting us create our own character, it just brings the realism together. Because that character, they see that character, that's him, that represents him. That character represents you. You see someone get hurt, hey, you know him. Please make your next Left4Dead like that, please. Thank you, YouTube. And if you guys agree with me, please subscribe and watch my other videos. Thank you, Valve, for watching.